Hello Aquarius and welcome to my channel Green Lion Goddess Tarot. This is your monthly reading for April and we have, oh look at this, I love this beautiful strong bison coming in. 8 of Crystals, dedication and progress. Wow, I think you're going to be strong, one foot in front of the other, dedicate yourself to something and you're going to make the progress, which may suggest that there's going to be some challenges. It's kind of interesting in that, or just going to require you to be very determined in the face of, you know, this is the bison. It feels like he's like facing the wind or something like that. But it's kind of interesting because it is Aries season in April, but it moves into Taurus pretty much as soon as it moves into the Taurus season around the 20th or 21st, Mercury turns retrograde. So we do have a retrograde cycle, Mercury retrograde, and it is in the sign of Taurus. So this is where I feel like, you know, the usual Mercury things of revising. I mean, this is a bison, which is a very Taurian animal, big earth animal. A lot of determination, strength, stamina coming in with it. So it may be around this retrograde cycle, it feels like, you know, you're reviewing and going over a whole heap of old things, especially to do with the element of earth, Taurian kind of themes, discussions, plans around money, around living situations, around home and health. That sort of stuff could be coming in. Around longevity, around those things, that could be a conversation that could be coming in around it as well. And this is where it's kind of like, you know, I'm just kind of pushing through a lot of that energy. So still working and revising with all of that, but moving forward. So yeah, it may be that you kind of, there's something that you are, you're weathering you're just keeping this dedication up, which is really nice. So let's see what's shifting and changing. We've got Cup 6, Neptune, Scorpio, and Pentacle 4, Mercury, Capricorn. So here we have Mercury in an earth sign, but it is Capricorn, and Mercury, Capricorn, Pentacle 4 is about solid foundations that you're building at this moment in time. So looking at some foundational stuff to do with how your money's working for you, what's happening, what you're building in your world in terms of your home, your house, your career, you know, what's happening with your legs. That might be something, you know, like they're showing me legs quite literally. So it might be something to do with the health of your legs, or you might need to stretch a little bit more or whatever is coming in. But legs represent the direction that you're going in. And so very strong legs for this bison. Cup 6, Neptune, Scorpio is very much about restoring some kind of emotional balance within a situation and trying to keep this as some sort of foundational energy that you're building upon. So yeah, I think that there's a lot of strength that's coming through with this energy. So Aquarius, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you a fuller, more holistic view of what's going on for you. And this is a general reading. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. If it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that is in the description box below. You can buy the extended readings individually as one-offs, or you might like to check out the beautiful Patreon community that we are building and creating at this moment in time, where you can get access to all signs, all the extended readings. And so you might want to look at your Sun, Moon and Rising, or cross-watch for somebody else. There's a whole heap of other content in there as well, premium content like astrology updates, live healings, lots of things, tutorials about working with energy. So wow, we've got success coming in for you. Success, validation, crossed by the 5 of Swords, but a little bit of conflict around that. Okay, oh, we have the Hierophant. So this is commitments. I really think that commitments are on your mind here. Who and what and when you want to dedicate yourself to something. The 5 of Wands, we'll just get some cards out for you. The Hanged Man, the Queen of Cups. Very nice. Oh, you are motivated here with this Ace of Wands. But potentially tired at the same time. The Queen of Pentacles and the Temperance energy. Very nice. Balance is restored. Okay, we like that. Very nice energy to come in. And the Hermit. Wise old hermit, the wise old sage is saying, The bison knows that you don't give up when a storm comes in or a big wind. You just put one foot in front of the other and you keep going. And that's kind of the energy. The wise old sage of the hermit is like, I've been here, done this before. I know what I need to do, and I just need to kind of dedicate myself to something. So interestingly, the Six of Wands is about success. And I think you successfully are you're successfully building upon an energy and successfully restoring some kind of balance here. So it's actually really good. But the Six of Wands is more a sense of wanting to successfully bring in the energies of progress. So that's something that I feel is really important that's coming in, and being validated for effort as well, being seen for that as well. So I feel like that's really important. It's crossed by the Five of Swords, so there may be other people around who the Five of Swords is conflict. It's there's a bit of potentially there's a conflict around that you want to successfully kind of resolve or move on from. There could be a little bit of quarreling or fighting, or just feeling like you're not on the same page. Other people might be jealous. This could be jealousy, like, they're wanting to take you down a little notch with this Six of Wands. They're like, why should you be successful when we're struggling, kind of thing. So there can be a little bit of that, kind of like a pettiness that could be around as well. But I think that, this strength that's coming out is going to hold you in good stead, and really you moving forward with this. So in your conscious mind, we have the Hierophant, and this is about commitment, a big commitment. This can be the card of marriage. It can be the card of religion, institutions. Sometimes it can come in as governments as well, the Hierophant. It's established order. It really is. But they're saying the words higher self. So messages coming in through your crown, through your conscious mind, about where you can restore. With this Neptune Scorpio energy, it's like something's run deep with you. It's like a deep emotion, but there's been fog around it, or there's been confusion around a situation. A situation's been unclear. So I do feel like there could be a deep questioning of commitment, whether it's a relationship or a work situation or what. It almost feels like a bit of a crisis of commitment happening here. So that's why I actually feel like this review process, the Mercury retrograde, possibly is going to be going back over some of the foundational things of what it is that you're building in your life. And that could actually be good, a good good thing to be doing. At the base, we have the Five of Wands. So this is what's happening deep down inside. And this represents, fighting or a struggle of some sort, a battle. These people are battling themselves, or a testing situation, something that has tested you. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, because sometimes it's like you'd like to challenge yourself. And it can feel like a test. I want to challenge myself to climb that mountain. And so there could be ambition, competitive energy that comes in with it as well. The fact that we've got the Six of Wands, and it's almost like there could be competing agendas, or maybe you're kind of going, I want to be seen. I want to be successfully validated. I want to see the progress. So, it's potentially taking on something that you're either testing yourself with, challenging yourself with, or it's been like a bit of a battle. So in the recent past, we've got the Hanged Man, and this is where this is having the patience to understand that there's a different perspective that can be gained from the situation that you're in. A lot of kind of very strong Taurus energy. The fact that the Eight of Crystals is actually Eight of Pentacles, which is related to your work or something you're working really strongly on at this moment in time. And the Hangman is kind of where you've really realizing that you've sacrificed a lot, or you've had to let go of something here. So it's very much like perhaps something was like delayed or on pause or just plateauing in your life. And it's like, I'm going to be like this strong bison and just walk across that plateau and keep going. and get to the other side and find the progress that I'm looking for here. And so in the near future, we've got the Queen of Cups, which is a very beautiful energy, finding peace and compassion within for the journey that you're on, for the struggle or the challenge that you're finding yourself in, even for others around you if you're just not on the same page. I feel like there's kind of this expansion of perception that comes through, which is interesting. But the Queen of Cups is saying nurture yourself, look after yourself, because, yeah, this dedication is on the outside world, potentially in work or the things that you're working on, you might seem really strong, but internally it's really important to nurture your emotions, look after yourself, and do something special for yourself. Find the peace and compassion within. So nurture those beautiful emotions of yours. But, you know, this is what I love is the Ace of Wands. I mean, we are in Aries season, so it's kind of like you're taking on Aries and Taurus together. You're working well with both of the energies because we've got the Aries and the Taurus energies here. This is Aries, the Ace of Wands, and we've got the young Emperor there with the Three of Wands as the outcome as well. So this is really, really motivated to be setting new goals, to be, enacting some kind of new energy, new change that's coming in. It's just very, very motivated energy. So it's like I'm just pushing through this and overcoming challenges and getting ambitious and testing myself, and you're not letting anything kind of hold you back or get you down in some way, shape or form. The universe might throw things at you, might feel like, but it's like it's nothing that I feel like you kind of coming face to face with your inner resilience and strength, which is amazing. So, yeah, the energy surrounding you is the Nine of Wands. You might find that a lot of people are struggling actually with this Nine of Wands, that there's a lot of, this is the wounded warrior. So this is soul weariness, fatigue. I mean, look at this bison eventually is going to get tired. It's just constantly having to be strong. But this is the wounded warrior, like meeting challenge after challenge after challenge, overcoming challenge after challenge after challenge. And there's a tiredness, a weariness, a fatigue that comes in around it. So it could feel like that is happening. But the Nine of Wands, this character is looking quite suspiciously at the Hanged Man, saying, I'm doing all this work and I feel like I'm getting nothing back. I've got the Hanged Man, which feels like there's no progress. It feels like, it's just there. There's delays and something stagnating. So it's kind of like, what am I putting all this effort in for if it feels like I'm not moving forward? And the retrograde periods can feel like that sometimes, or as something in your life perhaps feels like that. But that's why it's kind of like I'm not letting that stop me. I'm getting really, really motivated. And the Nine of Wands can mean you're closer than you think. And more kind of Taurus or Capricorn energy, earth energy coming in for you, Aquarius, the Queen of Pentacles, hopes and fears, wanting to nurture stability. But this is the Queen of Pentacles, likes to be comfortable, likes to have things stable, comfortable, and nurturing those kind of energies within. So, if you're feeling this Five of Wands, which is not a comfortable energy within, it's like I want to kind of bring this Queen of Pentacles energy in and bring in the inner comfort when there's something potentially you're not feeling comfortable with here. But this is what I like about the outcome as well, is the Temperance energy. This is the balance being restored and elements starting to work. It's kind of very slow moving and calm energy, like the calm is coming back. You're no longer fighting against the wind or battling the wind. We've got the young Emperor here, which is we've got the back turned, the young Emperor, which is Aries energy. I've poured in a lot of effort and now I'm waiting for results. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my ships to come in, because I've done all this kind of work that's been asked of you, and there's been a lot of talk about work or practical solutions to restoring balance, all sorts of things like that could be coming in. It's like whilst that's happening, there's a sense of realignment coming through, aligning to a new path that is opening up that feels right for you, that perhaps you're dedicating yourself to, and you can see progress for this down this path that's here. So there is this sense of elements starting to work in your life where it felt like they were stagnating, which is actually really good. And yeah, the Three of Wands, it's all early days, but it's potentially, you might start getting some positive results coming through with this Three of Wands as well. So yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of ambitious energy around this. It's about just managing the workload, managing your energy levels, managing how you are kind of this dedication process. It's potentially going to take a bit out of you, and it's about the internal, not just the external. So with the Queen of Cups, like looking deep within and nurturing your emotions and all of this sort of stuff, looking after yourself whilst you're moving forward externally, slowly but surely with the Bison. So we have as an overall energy the Hermit, and I feel like ultimately you're going to get some kind of different result here, which is really nice with the Temperance and Three of Wands. It's like I've shifted a situation and it required a bit of effort, but I've done it, which is good. The Hermit energy can be a little bit of soul searching, looking for the path ahead. It only has the starlight to look and see what are the next steps. But ultimately, the Hermit has the gift of the higher perspective. He's on top of the mountain and has an opportunity to understand there's a wise head here. There's wisdom that has been gained through experience. So, yeah, it does feel like that's possible. You're gaining a lot of experience here. So it's almost like when they show me kind of like an apprentice energy where it's like you get your first job and you're doing all the kind of pretty crappy roles. You've got to go through that process of doing the work in order to get to where you want to get to. And there's ambition connected to it, but it's also a sense of just there's time. There's a sense of there's going to be a period of time associated with it as well. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting, is that you are making progress, but there's and balance is being restored. It's all really good, but it's a matter of letting, like the Three of Wands is the young Emperor, something still needs to mature. A situation or a person still is requiring a bit of time for it to mature into where you would like to see it, the success. So, yeah, that's something that's coming through with this. So let's pull an affirmation card and see what is coming in. So let's see. Affirmation card for Aquarius. It says, I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. Very nice. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. And it's almost like that's the thing that I love about this sheer determination and this Taurus energy, because this is when someone says to a Taurus, you can't do that. Taurus says, yes, I can, and I'll show you, and I'll dedicate myself to it, and I'll prove you wrong. And doesn't necessarily always take no for an answer, because there's always a solution that comes in. And that's what I really feel like. It's kind of this energy that's coming through for you, Aquarius, is you're not necessarily you're breaking through and breaking free of these limitations around you, whether it's somebody else's ideas or your own ideas, and you're like, I'm not taking this as my reality. I know I can change it. So yeah, beautiful. We have the star. I love this. The starfish. And, the star card in the tarot is your guiding light. It is your card, Aquarius. And we see the star in the darkness here in the Hermit, in a more of a deep thinking, pensive space. And it's like trying to be guided by an internal light rather than the external. And that's what we see with the starfish. This is the star that exists in the water. Each starfish is unique and original, but the water is your emotions. So that's why we're seeing the Queen of Cups here, your divine feminine going deep within your emotions. That's where we're seeing with the the Temperance energy, that you're ready to dip your toe back in, because this is the inner light that is guiding you through your emotions, your emotional world, and trusting that intuition, or trusting that feeling is guiding you through. I feel like I can do this. I feel like I can shift and change this. and dedicating yourself to that feeling. And so that this inner light is guiding you. It's not externally, not listening to other people, listening to that inner energy. And ultimately the starfish is inner contentedness, happiness, fulfillment through trusting yourself. It's a process of that's coming in here, Aquarius. And so you're going to see some results here with the Three of Wands and the Temperance energy. And so it's positive restoration of harmony and balance, which is really nice, and alignment. That's your reading. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to see what's coming in, because I know that young emperor is there waiting. It's a young emperor. Something is still maturing, even though the balance is being restored. There's something that can still grow. This new path that's coming in, that's in alignment with you. And Temperance represents an alchemical shift, requires some patience. So does all this Taurus energy. The Hanged Man, the Hermit, the Hierophant, the Eight of Crystals. It's all patient energy. So, and gaining new perspective, seeing the progress through that patience. So we're going to see where this is going, because it does feel slow moving, but slow and steady, like I said. And we're going to go into the future and see what sort of weather this bison is finding. What sort of results are coming in for this young emperor once things start maturing and growing and Mercury turns around again. So we're going to explore the future beyond. We're going to ask for clarifiers. We're also going to ask for the best way to work with this energy to get optimum results. And that's all going to be in the extended reading. Would love it if you come over, Aquarius. The link is in the description box below. And as I mentioned, you can buy the extended individually, or you might like to check out the beautiful Patreon community that we're building, where you can get access to all the extendeds, all signs, and plus a whole heap of other extra content. So you might like to check that out. Both links are in the description box below. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, Aquarius. Love to read your comments. It helps with the growth of the channel, and I really appreciate it. And take care.